Hello and welcome to another episode of the Card Show. This one is slightly a day late of recording. Supposed to be 2 days late of actually getting to you guys. Partly my fault, partly because I had an issue with StreamYard. It was saying there was no, I can't remember that thing said on the thing was like, yeah, no safe stream. I can't remember, no safe stream, no open streams. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I tried a few times and then I just said, right, no more day. And then I was just stupidly busy. But here now. We're here now. Where we start? We start with the tops. That's how we start. The tops rips at night. Obviously there was numerous around, not only the country but also the globe. Holland, America. It was some, I don't know if there was one in like Macau or some part of China. I feel like I saw something. If I've missed any that I didn't see on socials, it's maybe 'cause I'm not following. But yeah, so the ones I saw, I'll say around US, UK, David Adams, and yeah, if I could see somewhere like, is it China? I don't know, so somewhere like that. Yeah, I was listening. It's a good thing. I see, some celebrities there, athletes. Should we say? Obviously, the close ones to me, the Loughborough Tradeway. They had Emil Heskey, who seemed to go down well. I think the only thing is, I'll say the only thing. One of the downsides to this was I thought they could have put more on in the UK. We've got a handful of stores, right, in the UK. It's sure it's not difficult to organise. We did it in Plymouth at Sports Cards Direct, and they did it at Tradeway in Loughborough. I'm sure they could have sorted out to get it on in Yorkshire at Third Down. Could have sorted out to get Kent, we're not much close to London, but it probably is closer than Plymouth, right? Getting it Sports Trading Cards UK, Triple C in Leicester, like, would it have been that difficult to add an extra 3 shops on, considering how many did in the US and yeah. I don't know if there's any in Germany. That would have been interesting. I think that's it. Was it B Brothers? They had one maybe. I think they saw theirs maybe. Is it B Brother? Yeah, but it is what it is. It's a positive. I saw the video footage I did see from just a few sort of shops I follow and stories wise. It was a lot of like younger generation now, which is always good. Intrigued though, I did see a lot of sort of like match attack sort of stuff. So you hope the evolution of the next generation is you go from stickers, match attack sort of stuff into cards. I can never see stickers becoming the same sort of market as cards in that respect. But you never know. I mean, when I say that, obviously I know there's stickers, it's a lot the classes Messi's rookie sticker and it's like the other, but as in like a sustainable where people are waiting for each release of random stickers. Like Panini will be able to do like obviously it's gonna be tops now, so we chrome, could do chrome, Bowman chrome stickers. I think I just don't know to be that variety of them. But yeah, obviously value wise, it can still be very valuable, not only personal value, but also market value. Yeah, you almost had the stickheads on my case, and then Jesus. But yeah, it's good to see. But yeah, I would have liked to see more around the UK. I think, especially from again, no sort of digs here at Tradeway just opened, so there's a higher probability of them having issues. They've been open for a week, so there's teething problems. Whereas you go somewhere like Sports Trading Cards UK, it's been open for a long time, less chances of any issues, any teething issues. Third Down's obviously been open for a while now. I think Yorkshire would be good as well. I mean, in a weird way, Yorkshire might be good for Panini to do a night there because the cricket. Could have got some cricketers with their license they've got. But yeah, hopefully, maybe it's a rotation thing. So maybe the next like Rips nights it will change. Kaboom as well. Kaboom is in London. I know they've done one there before, but we could have gone to Kaboom again. Like since London's got Plymouth, London. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I would have maybe I just greedy. How greedy? Maybe I just wanted it all. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Did any of you guys attend the Tops Rips nights? Are you interested? I mean, I think OnePlus was, and maybe that's just because of my following my algorithm. I didn't see much on like the paid boys, the backhanded boys. See, it didn't seem like they got priority. It did seem like a genuine community thing, which is good. Yes, obviously certain stores are going to have their sort of people they want to get in, but other than that, it wasn't just a typical only limited for 20 spaces. So get your entries in now. Give us your details. So you apply your details into the bombard you with emails and probably texts or whatnot over the next however long, and you didn't stand a chance. It was all for your data. That's all they wanted. Top/Fanatics wanted your data. You obliged because you wanted to spot, and them spots were already given. Them spots were given out already. I guarantee you. So yeah, but this one seemed a little bit more genuine, which was good. Not to be too much of a critic of what they've done. So it was good at doing this sort of thing. They didn't have to do them. Didn't have to do two of themselves, but yeah. And I suppose it's one at the bottom of the country, one sort of midway the country. It is what it is. It is what it is. And they're obviously talking about being in other stores if they're done, like sports trading cards, or even back in Kaboom or up at Third Down. Noticed, and you might have seen as well, Third Down doing a lot more now social wise. They've got a new Instagram of Third Down Pulled, so they'll be showing sort of behind the scenes, setting up at shows, other sort of content they're doing. And now each sort of employee seems to be getting their own channels as well, so you can catch up what they're collecting, what they're sort of buying for the shop, what they're buying for themselves. So you got like Third Down Dan, Third Down Ben, Third Down Chris, obviously Third Down Pulled, and now Third Down Katie. So keep an eye on those channels for all stuff going on with Third Down, what they're doing with shows, because also that there are literally 99% of shows around the UK and Europe. Well, not so much Europe, but yeah, there are a few shows in Europe. So yeah, if you want to see what's going on with the shop, the business, and what they're collecting, buying, selling, etc., then make sure you're following those socials. Shout out to the Third Down team. Other big news, I suppose, was the Whatnot removing full stream replays. This is a platform that's under heavy fire at the moment, right? And probably has been for a while. They've evolved massively because of you can't survive on just selling sports cards and get commission, right? So you on there now and you see, it'd be flooded with, yes, there's going to be the flooded with breakers. Yes, then it's going to have people selling trainers, people selling clothes, people selling sort of like crochet stuff, people selling used designer bags, handbags, etc. So they are becoming like an eBay type where it's just like anything. I'm sure they'll have like car auctions on there soon. I can just imagine some guy in there, 10, 20 sold to the last bidder is, it's getting to that sort of stage. And it's what they had to do to sustain themselves as a business is what didn't do right. They just sort of stayed in the collectibles market of cards, Funkos, and then Whatnot came along and everyone was on a buzz because it's the big American company, Whatnot, and it was in the new shiny toy. And they realized that, hey, eBay are going to get serious. Fanatics Live. I heard it was alive this week, but another reason why I didn't do the thing because I thought it was out now. But every time I checked in the App Store, it's not available. But I've seen a lot more paid promotional posts from them on like Insta and stuff like that about it coming live, and to add your email if you want to know first. Lots of nonsense, they do. Again, don't want your data. Funny, actually applied for it in US and it was in the US, which is quite funny. You'll see my US address. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting. They obviously, when a day or two after this was announced about removing the full replays of streams, obviously, which is never good. They are saying it's segments and if you purchase, etc., but I don't think it's available to the public. Fanatics has obviously fired some shots about how there's a tab right on their app that you can watch the full replay of the show. Personally, I do think Fanatics will win that war as well. I think a lot of the sports cards people will go across there. it'll be interesting to see if Fanatics do more, if they move on from cards as well. Um, Obviously, we know they do the sort of like the signed like basketballs, footballs, jerseys, helmets, mini helmets. What was the what was that product called recently? Emanate. It was like not cards, like A4 pictures signed. So obviously they'll have people that will be paid and on the books at tops, etc., and favoured to sort of break all them sort of products, and then they'll start mass producing them, to make sure that other people can break them on their platform. It'd be interesting to see if this whole contract thing that was supposed to be branded around America, where you had to have a brick and mortar and you had to be able to break, you had to break on the premises, and that sort of nonsense. That comes to play in the UK. If that's a contract they do, did they start using Fanatics Live as a way of getting people off whatnots and sort of getting people direct supply with tops? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how they push it. But yeah, I do think it's going to be very interesting to see how many people jump from VOT to whatnot now, but whatnot to Fanatics. Yeah, and will they contract people up? Will they do the same people? Will they be stricter with certain things? Well, a lot of people have to stay on whatnot because whatnot will put up with their nonsense, whereas Fanatics won't. Time will tell. Time will tell. I don't want to. I don't want to jump on the Fanatics bandwagon just yet. From the little things I've seen in it, I think they've got a better percentage. I think there's 6.9 something like that to Fanatics 10% fees. So that's always a massive plus. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm intrigued for this. I'm intrigued for eBay Live as well. Not gonna lie. I always have and always will say about eBay is always the best, just for the amount of eyes it has on it. So it'd be interesting what the eye appeal is like on eye appeal. Is that what I think? Probably not. It'd be interesting to see what it's like, sort of views watches wise when that comes into play. Will it be the same amount of eyes that there is on a normal sort of auction? I can put a card up and put on for 7 days and have hundreds, not thousands of views, and out of that, might get a small percentage of watchers. You might be lucky to get 1 or 2% watchers. Like, what's it going to be like when I'm actually on there live? Am I going to be able to list like something, get the interest in, then go live with it? No, that if I list a few things that end on a Sunday evening, do I then go live on Sunday evening for an hour when it's all ending, and sort of, is it like a QVC sort of count it down? This is the last one in stock. It's a PSA 10. Is it when it's gone? It's gone. Another bid is in. It's closing time. Or what's it going to be like? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm intrigued for this eBay way. But yeah, I think this is a weird sort of battle, weird war, should we say, between the three companies. I think Fanatics will have a lot of strings they'll be pulling to make sure that they come out on top on the sports card way, especially when it comes to new products. It'd be interesting to try and make them, make a lot of these people like get rid of their eBay account. You have to have a brick and mortar shop to have our products. Now you have to break only on Fanatics Live. You have to sell your singles on Fanatics Live, and you can't have an eBay account. You can't have a whatnot account. You got to be exclusive. Like, will they do that sort of stuff? It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting. I thought Fanatics might buy or try and incorporate mascot as well when I saw the brick and mortar scenario in this contract. They're going to know if the contract was real or not, obviously. But all of a sudden, if you integrate mascot into the app, you can tell people, hey, listen, all your stuff that's on your website as well can be sold through us because we got mascot, right? So you can do your live stream, sell your singles from your store, and it automatically takes off your website, updates the inventory, it does all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Not that I've looked into this sort of stuff too much because I don't own a store. But yeah, I'm always intrigued of how it would work out, how it would play out, especially because I always think maybe I would own a card store. It's something I looked at a couple of years ago, believe it or not. But I was excited young man, should we say, looking having like a sports card bar in the middle of Manchester. So as you can imagine, the rent alone was extortionate. So then I was like, yeah, that's just the rent. I still got to do so much. And then there's obviously licenses because I wanted to be like a sports bar, which is sports, whatever, sports card room, and just like the other, and yeah. And now my interest is winding down to a smaller shop, and maybe in a couple of years' time, I guess, get a small shop and just set up shop and sell. But we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. Nothing just yet. Anyway, I'll say that nothing. Um, I also want to say big thanks to people for the feedback on the lookout. It was kind of funny because obviously it came from Jim. Jim Sports Cards, obviously been on the pod. Really nice guy. As you will probably know, obviously been a lot of card shows, probably pre-graded stuff for you or graded stuff for you, and get sent after grading for you. And yeah, you put a post on about the Victor, obviously having the is it the blood clot? Is it a blood clot? Oh, I can't think of the word. It's not a blood clot. I think it's like a blood clot. It's called something. Deep vein thrombosis, whatever it may have been called. I completely forgot. And talking about his Prism Silver PSA 10, his rookie PSA Silver 10, and Prism Silver PSA 10. There we go. And yeah, and what the value would be at? I think it's around $800. And he was saying, where's it going to be August this year? I said I think it'll be 800 higher. I just think people love hype. We'll say August, right before the season starts. It's a hype thing. Obviously, it's looking at data as well. If you look at it, because it was a year-old car, so we go back and look at our market movers, lots of data, and it just made me think. And I'll do a little video. Is Victor the new Wemby sort of thing? And so yeah, it was just another way of showcasing market movers, and it was just an idea because of riffing off what Jim had put up. And so yeah, shout out to Jim for that. Make sure you're following Jim's Sports Cards UK or Jim Talks Cards. So yeah, he's doing a lot more content as well, which is good. But yeah, it was. I appreciate the feedback. I know I should do more sort of stuff like that. I like using market movers to look at the market so you can sort of see what cards are that people are interested in, see what cards people are putting a lot of money in, see what cards people are cashing out of. You can also see what card is the most liquid in the hobby at the time. But yeah, I like this sort of as well. Where you can sort of compare two players with the same or similar hype, right? Zion had this such big hype and his price was so high. And I think kind of off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure when Zion's Prism Silver first came out, the PSA 10 was, I swear it cost us $7,000, and now you can pick it up for I think it's 200. Yeah, it's like a 90% decline. It was interesting. Like Victor's never got to that price, and they got to a couple of thousand, I believe, $1,000. So now they're 8. I think I saw a sale the other day for 7. So there'll be a bit of a downward spiral now because he's injured. Not going to talk about him. The people will say about his injury, but yeah, when it comes to hype and his back, even which I think where obviously Darren Fox has got. Yeah, I think if he's back and he looks like he's back, like he put maybe bulk up a little bit. I don't know if he looks okay just physically. The height will be there. The height will be there. Because when he does play, he's a bit of a freak, right? He can kind of do most things. So yeah, people are still investing in him. But I guess we'll see. What's your take on that? Let me know. Do you think I've gone crazy? Will it be worth more than $800, or will it be worth less than $800? Guess we'll see. I personally think if you've got the money you can hold that long, it'd definitely be a good time to buy. Like it's down with Spiral right now. Because no one's gonna be talking about him. No one's gonna be caring. Everyone's in the moment. Let's face it, running up to the end of the NBA now, everyone's gonna be looking at the playoff team. So you're gonna be looking at OKC. Chet's just come back. Shy, obviously. Shy, Anthony Edwards is still balling out. The whole Luka thing with LeBron. that's where the talk's gonna be about. Joker, Nikola Jokic, obviously LeBron, possibly Steph, just because Steph is Steph. With Jimmy Butler, they do look good, so they could be a team that's going to contend in the West. Yeah. So yeah, I just think a lot of eyes and a lot of mouths will be talking about Victor Wembanyama. Usually, people then want to cash out, and some people will want to cash out and take the loss because at least they've got some money to invest in other players there and earn that money back. Which I've mentioned before on pods on tactics. Sometimes I've had to do that. We have to sort of if I had bought Victor a month ago, I say, I was like, oh, it's steadily creeping up. It's gone to 700, 750, 800. I'll buy now because it's going to go higher leading to the playoffs. It's just natural, buying an 8, asking sell for 1,000 sort of thing. So if I'd put in an 8 and then this happens and I can only sell for 7 or 650 now, I'd probably do it. I would do it if I'd hold on because I think I could make that 150 back with that 600. That makes sense. That's 650, 700. And I could invest and make that money back if money wasn't an issue and I had a lot more. Of course, I'd just buy a couple now. Yeah, easily. I'd buy a couple now, not worry about it. But the way I do it is I don't usually buy graded cards. I do. That's a bit of a lie. I don't usually buy that many graded cards when it comes to flipping. It's not been my preferred tactic. I wouldn't say it's not my favorite. I do like that sort of chase more in some respects. I don't know more. That's a bit harsh. I do like that chase a little lot. Like who is the right character? Because when someone's already sort of bought the card, graded it, and it's come back a 10 or even a 9, they've already added the value to it. So it's kind of hard. Then you are relying on performance spikes and hype sort of thing. So your margins are a little less, and obviously you can always go the other way. But sometimes like stuff like this, when the potential generational sort of player it's something is just a good time to get in there. I always think the second year is always good because people then obviously always focus on the next level rookies coming up. So then it's always good to focus on, the price comes down a little bit on the other rookies last from the year before, so you can always get a bit cheaper. It's similar to what I'm thinking about with next year with Caleb Williams. I think he's a decent quarterback. I think the Bears should do better next year, but I think a lot of eyes are currently going to be on the Cam Ward, Shador Sanders, Travis Hunter. So yes, the product's new, but I think next couple of months, especially after the draft and stuff like that, then prices should come down. I've not really, to be fair, I've not tried to pick up much of the Topps Chrome stuff. Obviously, that has the autos, but it's unlicensed jerseys. I've not really picked up much Prism of Caleb, but yeah, it's something I'm sort of mulling over. But we shall see. We shall see what happens there. I wanted to talk about card shows. I sort of mentioned it briefly the other week, but then I was put into the UK sports cards, soccer cards. I forgot what it's called. I didn't double check what it's called. That's kind of bad. I'm going to say UK soccer cards. It is UK soccer cards community. I was added thanks to Hobart Trading Cards Co. and AJ Cards. Really shout out to AJ Cards, well, really nice guy. Met him at shows before. He's done a sort of spreadsheet of card shows, and I was saying how I used to do this, how I used to do, and people used to message me about what card shows coming up. I haven't really done this sort of stuff for a long time, so I do have a little list now. So we have coming up, we have the Dublin Card Show, we have Sports Card Social, we have the Bristol Card Show, we have South Coast Card Show, we have CardCon, Oxford Card Show, Lancashire Card Show, North East Card Con, Manchester Card Show, the Midland Card Show, Herefordshire Card Show, Yorkshire Card Show, Reading Card Show, London Card Show, Celtic Card Show, Liverpool Card Show, Newcastle Card Show, Cardiff Card Show, Essex Retro Fair, Scotland Card Show, Worcester Card Show. I hate that word. Manchester Card Con, London Card Show, Southampton Card Show, London Card Show, Worcester Card Show, Brighton Card Show, Collectors Showcase. Now, I said a lot of card shows there. Didn't really give you too many details about times, dates, because I can't do all the work for you. That's all the card shows. So listen again. Check out the Instagram handles. That'll tell you all the information you want need there. I do have time. I do have the dates in front of me, to be fair, and locations. But if there's any there that sounded close to you or you never heard of, Instagram them. They probably have a social, so you can find out more. If tickets are available, if tables are available, when they are, where they are, but they are the locations. So you may find a few near you. You may find one that you think, you know what, I might go to that. Whether that's a Dublin one or an Oxford one, I don't know. So yeah, a lot of card shows booked in already for the UK for this year, which is kind of crazy. I'm sure there'll be plenty more added. But if the spreadsheet gets updated, I'll probably update it myself and update you guys. But yes, I thought I would rattle off some card shows as it's been a while, and I did sort of touch on it last week, but I couldn't remember everyone. So yeah, I think that is it for me this week. Sorry for the late episode. Hope you didn't miss me too much. I know you probably didn't, because you guys have better things in your life. But as always, I do appreciate all the support. So I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are the real MVPs, and I will catch you guys soon. Take care. Peace.